Welcome to Homework Lib.
The table below shows some values of a linear function f and exponential function g. Fill in the exact values, not decimal approximations, for each of the missing entries. So first we need to find the rule. Let's start with the linear one. The linear rule would be like we've got to have y equals mx plus b. And so if we know that 0, 10, and 2, 250 are in it, then we really have a system of linear equations. We know that when we put in 0 for x, we get 10 for y. And we know that when we put 2 in for x, we get 250 for y. Well, solving the first one, we get b equals 10 because that's going to cancel it out. And so we know b is 10. And if we substitute 10 into the second equation, we get 250 equals 2n plus 10. Subtract 10 to both sides. Divide 2 to both sides. 240 divided by 2 is 120. And this means our model for the linear would be f of x equals 120x plus 10. And so f of 1 would be 120 plus 10, which is 130. So notice that it went up 120. Now it's going to go up 120 again because that's our slope, our change. So we could just say 250 plus 120, or that's 120 times 3 plus 10, which is 370, times 4 before 90. Now into the exponential. Let's think of the model for an exponential. That is y equals a times b to the x. And with those first two inputs, 0, 10, that would mean when we put in 0 for x, we get 10 for y. And when we put in 2 for x, we get 250 for y. Well, from the first one, anything to the 0 power is 1. And so we know then a is 10. And if a is 10, we can substitute 250 equals 10 times b squared. Well, 250 divided by 10 is 25. And so b must be 5. So it would be 10 times 5 to the x for g of x. And we can test it out. 5 to the 0 is 1, times 10 is 10, 5 squared is 25, times 10 is 250. Well, if x is 1, that would be 10 times 5, or 50. If x is 3, it would be 10 times 5 cubed, and 10 times 5 cubed is 1250. And then 10 times 5 to the 4th. 10 times 5 to the 4th is 6,250.